What's up, y'all? AJ Simmons here with another great interview for you guys. Y'all see him showing off today. I got my setup. I got my man Yak Calvin Weaver with me. And he brought the high production stuff with me. Y'all know this the audio engineer for the CBN podcast. So we going to dive into this interview. We're going to talk about some marketing. We're going to talk about some agency stuff. We're going to get into a lot of things. So what's going on, Calvin? How you doing, man?
Man. You already know, my brother. It's a pleasure to finally have met you in person.
Absolutely.
And, so like you said on the post with Fish Thomas, it's like when we get together, it's like we already known each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's a pleasure.
It's like old friends.
It's like old friends,
yeah.
man.
So we're going to jump right into it, man. You know how we started off. Let's talk about what's your background a little bit. Like, tell us, where you came from, what you're doing, how you got into entrepreneurship, all that type of thing.
Yeah, man. So just born and raised here in Miami, Florida, and always been involved with sports. Coming out of an urban community, it's either sports, music, sell drugs, basically. So for me, drugs was never an option. I was a mother's boy,
right.
No father, no male figure in the household. So tried playing sports, tried playing football. That didn't work out. Fell in love with basketball. That did work out, but I didn't want to go to college.
Right.
Even though I did take a few courses, I wasn't amused by it.
Right.
So just always had a love for music and just started to pursue that, and did some things with that. But then after a while, as I met my wife, we got married, we had our first son, just started thinking, hey man, how can I create a better lifestyle for us, and how can I help more people?
Right.
And so just fell into a Robert Kiyosaki book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and then from that graduated to the 4 quadrants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then heard him mention franchises and did a Google search on what's the cheapest franchise, and
right.
You already know the cleaner franchise came up, and just went to the college of YouTube, and boom, there's AJ Simmons.
Right.
So yeah, man, and that's how I got to where I am now. I got into CBN, and I wanted to start a business, so I looked into the cleaning business, and I was really excited about it. I knew I could have did some great things with it, but ultimately it just came to a point where I was like, hey, life is not just about being successful. Right. What do you enjoy doing? And you can be successful doing anything in life as long as there's a demand, and as long as you're passionate about it. Right. And so for me, had that conversation with you, you know what I'm saying, and thank God for you being an honest person and not seeing me as a customer, but seeing me as somebody that just needs some advice. Right. And so you gave me some good advice, and then I went out and I jumped back into music, and then that just kind of led me to like just trying to look at all my talents, and then I started seeing all my abilities from being an artist or in being an artist as like income streams. Right. So then I just said, hey man, let me just start like an agency or a company, like a content creation company that can pretty much do everything. So that's how I kind of got into, like the entrepreneur side.
That's what's up, man. Because I remember that. I forgot about that conversation.
Yeah, man. I remember it, bro.
Because you asked me about, because I know you do your, you have a media company.
Yep.
But then you also had the cleaning company at first, and you was like, kind of bouncing out, because it was like, obviously we can see the money more, I guess, blatantly with the cleaning company because it's simple. But with a media company, like if we say I have a media company, most people don't know exactly what that means. Versus if you say you have a clinic, so it's easier to follow the money that way.
Easier, yeah.
But when you told me that's what you wanted to do and that was your passion, and I'm like, you know what, do it, because the money will follow you. You know what I mean? And you're right, like success is relative. You know what I mean? So it's like as long as you're doing what you're passionate about, that's a good move, man. So I like that, man. So now also, you had your job, or you had a good job, right? When you had your cleaning company. Yep. But when you went out to your media company full time, I noticed you quit that job.
I did, man.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So, so in the beginning of this year, I sent my boss an email, and I basically told him I was giving him a 2-month notice. Yeah. That in the beginning of March I would be done. Yeah. Because I wanted to pursue my own endeavors. Right. And for me, it wasn't the best job, but it was a pretty good job. So I was making about $2,500 a week, but I'm only a month, and I'm only working
That's
like
good,
yeah, you know, I'm only
a week. That ain't bad. Like,
make about $2,500.
You doing something?
Exactly. Go make about $2,500 a month.
Right.
But mind me now, I'm only working about 10, 15 on a crazy week. 20 hours a week.
Right.
So I'm managing a facility. And I'm just overseeing stuff,
Right.
basically. So it was a cake position. I had time to do other stuff, and that's why I looked into the cleaning business. I was like, I could run a cleaning business and make like this 30K, a year, right, at this job,
Right.
simultaneously at the same time. And I was actually, like going out and meeting with people and, getting contacts and getting leads,
Right.
While working.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was doing that. But, ultimately it came down to this. And this is a moral thing, just honestly. Like, I just believe, like, especially now being a business owner, I want an employee that's going to be all in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And even if they have their entrepreneurial endeavors or dreams and things like that, it's right that they pursue that off my clock.
Right.
Not on my clock.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And for me, I just wasn't at that stage to be tied down like that.
Right.
And so I took the initiative. I could have continued to do it, like both, you know what I'm saying? Because, I could still have that job right now. And,
Right.
I tried to go back, honestly.
Right.
I had a slow money business where I had to hunt people down to pay me. And I was, what I'm saying, when you got a family and stuff like that, man, it's by any means. But anyway, man, for me, I just morally, man, I had a great boss. He's an entrepreneur. He was back and forth between here and South America. And so for me, I really had to just do things the right way.
Yeah.
And so I gave him a 2 months notice, gave him time to get somebody. He ended up hiring my friend, a good friend of mine. So that was good. Bro, within a month, my business was bringing me in my pocket more than I was making for my job. So,
Right.
I mean, it worked out.
That's what's up, man. And that's a good point too, because a lot of people don't consider that, with their jobs when they have a side business. It's like, if you got to look at it from the perspective, if you had an employee working for you and if they were so busy working on something outside of the job that you hired them to do on your clock, how would you feel about that? Because that's exactly why I left my job too. On top of the conflict of interest as well, that I had with the franchise I was working for. But needless to say, that's definitely why I left my job too. So that's honorable of you to do that, man. I think there's a lesson in that too that people should definitely pay attention to. And now quitting your job, that actually, for the most part, I can say it worked out for you. Like you said, you had some rough months. We gonna have some rough months, but for the most part, you're making it. And so I will want to know, especially with them rough months in mind, how did it affect like your family?
Man, it was tough, man, and what hit me, what blindsided me is, it's kind of a blessing and a curse. And I tell my wife this all the time. I jumped out of my job and I hit the floor running. Literally, I had 4 accounts. I mean, like 4 clients in my back pocket instantly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ready to go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking $1,500, $2,000 accounts, ready to go, bro. And so I'm like, I'm doing this. I'm out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, literally, I think I'm like some sales guru because I'm landing it like I'm talking. I'm getting past decision makers. I'm getting like the meeting with the like department heads of marketing or whatever, and I'm getting calls back the next week saying, "Hey, we talked to upper management. It's a go. We could bring you in as a subcontractor." And I'm feeling like, man,
huge, man.
I'm doing it. And then 3-4 months later, it's like, I'm coming to pick up my check and they telling me, oh, it'll be ready next week. And this been going on for like 3 weeks in a row.
Right.
And it's like, it's happening to 3 accounts at the same time. And then I end up losing one of my big accounts. It's like, yo, what's going on? Like, I didn't know about this side of business. God he builds us.
Yeah.
He builds us for what we gonna encounter. And in business, you gotta be, bro, you gotta be able to, you gotta be built for, you gotta be able to handle that. You know what I'm saying? If you can't handle the wife, mixed on with, figuring out the money situation and making people pay you, then you ain't ready for this life. So for me, it was hard. I did think about giving up. I did inquire about going back to work.
Yeah.
But ultimately, man, I'm still here, bro.
Yeah.
I'm still here. And
Do you feel like it was the right decision?
so, like, that's twofold.
Right.
I do believe
I'm with you on that.
it was the right decision to leave.
Yeah.
I do think that I could have held it off a little longer and just structured my time better.
Right.
I didn't have to, you know what I'm saying, do my entrepreneurial stuff while on company time. I didn't have to do that.
Right.
I chose to do that because it was convenient for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I could have used my time better. You know, I never worked weekends. It was only Monday through Friday. There's plenty of things I could have done, servicing the accounts on the weekends. And then, you know, going back to what I said, I was only, you know, at the warehouse 15, on a good week, 15 hours. On a super busy week, like 20 hours, maybe. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I was only there for a little bit. I could have easily went and looked for prospects and got leads after that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or before. You know what I'm saying? So again, yeah, like, I think I could have held off a little longer.
Yeah.
And not jump out. But then again, it's like, you know, the other side of it is like, maybe if I would have held on a little longer, I wouldn't have had the success I had, you know, jumping out at that time. Because it just seemed like every door I was walking in, people were looking at, hey, man, I do need to start doing Facebook ads. I do need to, you know, update my website and get the pixel on there. I do need to look into AdWords, you know, all this stuff. So it just seems like it was perfect timing. So yeah, man. I mean, but that's life, man.
Yeah, and I agree with that because it's like my situation was exactly the same almost. It was like on one end, I always said that if I could do it again, I probably would have kept my job for a little bit longer and you know, built the business on the side until I was more sustainable. But you know, on the flip side of it, it's like, okay, well, when I quit, I had got all of these contracts, you know what I mean? My biggest contract, what we had to go in the evening and the daytime, was like $2,000 a month, and then it grew up to like $3,000 a month. Just that one contract on top of like I think I had 5 or 6 other contracts at the time, and it's like, you know, I wouldn't have been able to take those on had I kept the job. So really, it's like I keep saying what I would have done or should have, but at the end of the day, everything happened for a reason. You know what I mean?
For a reason.
It happened the way it's supposed to happen for a reason. As long as you keep moving forward and following that goal, I'm with you. Like, it'll work itself out, man. So now, as far as also, I want to touch on what you quitting your job is. I think, what do you think is the key to surviving without that job?
Man, it's like Uncle G say, good old Grant Cardone. I saw he gave you a shout out. I saw that too. Yeah. He was in the bed thinking about you.
You know my secret to getting that shout out?
Oh, I know.
Okay.
We'll talk about that on camera.
Talk about that.
Listen, and that's why it's important for anybody watching. They need to get into digital marketing. They need to understand the different avenues out there available. It's a lot of different things. But anyway, man, the key has been you just gotta continue to knock on doors. You gotta keep the pipeline full. Yeah. You know, and I've struggled with that. I'm not even gonna lie, because when I first started, I was relaxed. I was set. Well, I was like, man, I'm good, bro. Like, I'm good. I like the money. Right. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? And I stopped prospecting.
Yeah.
And so, had I would have continued prospecting when those companies wasn't, you know, was like delaying my checks and stuff like that, like I could have easily just fired them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I kept my pipeline full.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like that's the key. Just continue working and don't be afraid to add on new services and meet needs. Like one thing that has been picking up for me, like lately, it's been a shift from like the social media management. I'm still doing that. I'm very passionate about that because I feel like every business, every brand needs that. But now I'm kind of shifting more. Like I've been getting calls to do a lot of content creation, a lot of music videos for artists and things like that. Like that's really been making me like $600-700 a day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm filming for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I have an editing like system, so hands-on time with editing, like me being in front of the computer is only 3 hours. The computer doing the work other than that. Right. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm getting, you know, as we discussed off camera, I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna start hiring editors, have them doing that part for me, so we can really start systemize, you know, like having a system with this thing. But anyway, the key to it, bro, has just been continue to prospect and just be open to what the marketplace is asking from you.
Yeah. Because
that'll keep you going, man. Like crazy.
You hit 2 key points. Adding on in services, and then you also mentioned keeping that pipeline full. I'm gonna tell you because I work for a large company, as I mentioned off camera, and one thing I noticed that they did was they always kept more customers coming in. Sales was number one goal. They customer retention was cool too, keeping the customers that they have, but it was like the really real force was sales because somebody's gonna always be unhappy, and they figured that out. And then like I couldn't grasp that at first because, you know, with my company, at my peak, I had like 23 accounts. you know, and
that's a lot of accounts.
It is a lot.
Wow.
It's a lot
Oh,
to manage. And so you can only imagine, when I was working for them, I was the operations manager, and I had to manage all of their accounts just in that territory. I think it might have been like 200 accounts. I can't remember how many it was, but it was a lot. And probably every month we would lose maybe 1 or 2 contracts, but every month we would gain probably 4 or 5.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it was like, I'm like, what are y'all doing? Y'all hustling backwards. Like, that's how I looked at it at first, but then over time I learned, no, they just got to keep the pipeline full. They understand you're gonna lose something. You know what I mean? We're gonna do our best to please everybody, but at the end of the day, you're gonna all, that's part of the business. But you got to keep selling. You got to keep that pipeline full. That's the first point that was excellent that you pointed out. Another point is they always, like I said, always selling. They might do cleaning today, but it's like, okay, well, we can do strip and wax too, or we can do windows too, or we can do pressure wash. So it's like even selling the customers that you already have. Let's get some more revenue from them in other, other avenues. So yeah,
man.
Great points, man. And also, I hear you mentioned the media company, so we're gonna jump into that now. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about your media company.
Yeah, so Weaver Media Global is just basically, it's just an LLC name, man, that I came up with. And so basically what I offer to business owners is I offer just anything. Well, the first thing is consulting. One thing I believe is that whenever a business or brand or organization is hiring somebody to handle social media management or advertising or Google AdWords or whatever the case may be, that you first need to be consulted. Like, that person needs to first assess the situation. You can't just hire somebody. They first need to come in, assess the situation, see what it is you're already doing, and see where you're failing, identify the problem, and try to, repair what you're already doing. Because maybe you don't even need them. You just need somebody to come in as a consultant and fix what's broken.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, a lot of times that's just the issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't need to hire me to keep their stuff going. They just really need somebody to identify what's wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, that's the first thing that I always do. And then after that, like, if it's a company that don't know nothing, then I'll stay in and I'll manage it for them. But that's pretty much what I do. And then now, just getting into my love for videography, started adding that in as that demand started to come in. A lot of artists, a lot of like companies will hire me to do like one-offs, like like commercial for them or a product video or something like that.
Right.
So I do that. As it comes in, man, I take it. Right. Because ultimately, man, as we discussed off camera, man, we just building right now, man. We just building that asset column.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So wherever I can get it, we getting it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Yep.
So your company basically is kind of twofold. You do content creation and you do like digital marketing.
Yep. Okay. So marketing, advertising online, strategizing. You know what I'm saying? I can strategize for you. I can help you come up with a marketing plan. That can lead back to dollars for your business. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. So
pretty much all that.
Because I know people watching might be inquiring like, wow, so how does he mesh it all together? So you work with artists as well as like music artists.
Absolutely.
And then you also can work with like a corporate client who just need help with this digital marketing.
Yep.
That's cool, man.
And bro, to be honest, bro, like, I just stopped, like, really from following you, man. Like, I've really just been encouraged, like, to just tap into every gift.
Yeah.
Don't be defined by one thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I love the way that you started broad, you know what I'm saying, where everybody eats.
Yeah.
You niche down to clean biz. Now you're getting to the point where it's not like you're motivating more than just, you know what I'm saying, like cleaning business owners. You're really branching out to, like, the heart of the entrepreneur. Yeah. People can see themselves in your journey, and I think that's just like how we have to be. You know what I'm saying? It's good to always start niche first. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As we discussed also, because I started when I came into this, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna do digital marketing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just help people out. Right. But then as more services came up or people need more things, like I'm flexible, you know what I'm saying? And now it's just become like, I'm just becoming like a jack of just all trades that's needed in this day and age, you know what I'm saying?
That's really what you are. Like, people don't know this too. I gotta tell y'all this. This guy right here, really, he could, like, I probably owe him a retainer or something because
you've done more than enough, man.
He really helped coach me to figure out how to do this lead generation service that I have going on. Like, you were doing it first. Like, it wasn't exactly the way I'm doing it, but like, when I was trying to figure out how to make it work and how to get, all of this stuff working, like hire people overseas and stuff, this the man,
Yeah.
like he don't really like coach me through and how much to pay per hour type of deal. Like I was looking, I can't go too deep into it, after class stuff where I got to say all this information, but like I was looking to pay a whole different way, and then when he told me the way that he was paying, I'm like, wow, you know, like he saved me a ton of money just doing that.
But at the same time too, like you said, like I was trying to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, you had the infrastructure to really pull it off and take it to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Like I was looking at it like, okay, like I can have this working for me, getting me some leads while I can just go see the people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You saw it as like, yo, this is a business system
Right.
that can help so many people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just all about like that too. And that's really what I specialize in. I love to see people win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I love to see that you took that little idea and you turned it into this big, like this thing is this thing is providing for so many families.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's amazing. Same thing with the podcast, man. I came to you with that. I was like, yo, man, I think we should do a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you interested in something like that? Because I see the potential. Not so many people, every month we outdo the next month. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been going since March. You know what I'm saying? And every month we outdo the last month,
right.
You know, and we over 3,000 downloads so far. You know what I'm saying? It's just amazing.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to see what's happening. But it's like, at the end of the day, I could have, I brought the idea to you, but I couldn't have gotten that many people, you know what I'm saying, to listen to me talking.
Right.
It took somebody that has the influence, has the infrastructure to do it. And it's like, I don't have a problem with sharing that with people that can benefit from it. And that's why I love what I do.
I think that's too why our partnership work, because like you said, like you just want to see people win. Like when you came to me with the podcast idea, like really that wasn't in my budget. That was not in my budget at the time, but it was like, I'm just so proud of him. You know what I mean? Because you told me, look, you hit me up, you was excited, hey bro, I quit my job, I'm about to go full time with my media company. And I was like, I got to. I can't.
That's crazy.
Because you seen, like, you helped me, you watched me, you know what I mean, do my thing with my company, with Clean Biz Network, and like I'm actually making it work. I'm actually building, and it was like, wow. Not only did you watch me build, but you helped me build a lot of that. I'm like, you know what? I want to help you build yours. You know what I mean? I want to help. So and that's another lesson I want to point out too, and that is sometimes when you come across an opportunity, you might not be able to quote unquote afford it. But I think you quoted Grant Cardone already. I'm gonna bring him up again. He's a good dude, man. Like, as far as business and motivation, sometimes you just gotta push and figure out how you can afford it. Don't keep saying I ain't got it. It's not in the budget. No, sign me up.
Sign me up.
I'll sell more.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I'll figure out how to get it.
Wow.
And ain't missed a payment yet.
Yeah. Hey man, it's been working. And to be honest, bro, like that's how I one of my biggest clients, my first biggest client. Well, that was my biggest one at the time, before I lost him. It was $2,000 a month, and I was going there 2 days a week, just getting content, and then I would post on the social media for them. I actually, walked away from it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we came to mutual agreement that we were going to go our separate ways because I felt like what she wanted, I wasn't able to produce it. You know what I'm saying? She wanted what I was doing to directly, influence the business. Yeah. But because it was something that has to do with medical stuff, you know what I'm saying? You can't really market that to people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, people gotta come because they have an emergency. Like, life has to happen to them in order for them to come.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, because I felt like, you know what I'm saying, that I couldn't produce what she wanted, I just came to her, I was like, hey, man, I think it's best. And that's the same thing with you. Like, if I would have seen that after, like, a few months, like, hey, man, the numbers ain't really looking good. Yeah. It ain't doing nothing. It ain't really nobody listening.
Right.
Then I would have been like, hey, bro, man, I ain't gonna even waste your time, bro. This ain't even worth it for you. Right. You know what I'm saying? But literally, bro, the numbers have been climbing up. And last week, because I was sick, you know what I'm saying, I forgot to schedule the post, like I normally do. And we didn't release not one episode last week. And we still topped last month's numbers. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Last month we had like 800. I think last month we had 700 and something downloads. Yeah. And the end of September, we had 800 and something, like almost 900. So we still topped it, even though we missed a week.
Without any promotion.
It's no promotion.
We just put it out there.
Listen, people. listen, no promotion.
Yeah.
The podcast has organically just been going.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And this is the man. I don't touch that podcast.
Yeah.
I was sitting at home the other day, and I said, man, Yak killing this jank. And I was looking at, you know, the smart TV, they got iHeartRadio up there. Mm-hmm. And so I just clicked the app and I said, oh, they got a podcast section. I went to my podcast up there and I clicked it and I said, oh, this dude cold.
There it is.
This dude cold.
It's everywhere, bro.
Everywhere,
yeah, man. That's just my motto with any client. Like, if I'm not adding value no more, I go, because I'm not helping you win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if I can't help you win, I would rather say, man, I can't help you win.
Exactly.
Because I came into the situation wanting to add value.
Right.
And that's pretty much it, man. Okay. That's my motto.
I'm going to get them just a little bit of deeper value before I let you get out of here.
Let's dig into it, man. I'm here.
Let's talk about some Facebook ads.
Let's do that.
What type of tips can you give? I know one you shared with me one time about uploading the contacts into Facebook.
Yep.
Like, share some Facebook ad tip for us.
So one thing that is working very, very well right now for me and an organization called Shake a Leg Miami that I run ads for right now. Big organization. Yeah. They manage a lot of donations a year. They're funded through the city. They're sponsored by Bacardi, sponsored by just so many big brands that I can't even go down the name of. Heavyweights come through that joint. They own so many boats and vessels and things like that. It's just amazing what they're doing over there. Yeah. And it's amazing that a kid who decided, 6-7 months ago to start a business is the head of their like online advertising and marketing. That's amazing. No college degree, no nothing.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? God is good. But anyway, yeah. So one thing that I think is very, very critical right now is everybody's doing Facebook ads, right? So the marketplace is oversaturated, especially on Instagram. It's oversaturated. So the best thing to do right now is to build content-based, for you to release content,
right?
All right. Have an account that's content based. Right. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Right. So
basically, give value.
Exactly, and just show what you're doing. Yeah. Show your business offering value to customers. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you don't necessarily have to have the customer in it. You know what I'm saying? Show yourself cleaner. Like I mentioned this in the post in the group. Like just show what you do. Show your excitement for it.
Right.
But build a business page on Instagram and Facebook for your business.
Right.
Don't do it on your personal account, because here's something I noticed. The people that follow you on your personal account are people that knew you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People that just met you, but they know the personal you.
Right.
Not the business you.
Right.
Their aspiration and their mindset doesn't align with, you know what I'm saying, like where you are mentally. Right. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times on your personal Facebook, like I try to tell people, you know what I'm saying, just keep that personal. Don't really blast what you're doing business wise, because you can have people looking at you like you know what I'm saying, above where you really are, and then that creates a whole nother, you know what I'm saying, like safety issue that you don't really want to deal with, you know. You know what I'm saying, especially if you come from, communities we come from, you know what I'm saying. So for me, like I say, build a Facebook or Instagram page for your business, share what you're doing on a daily basis on there. That's a golden thing. Now, as far as advertisement wise, the reason why I say put that content out is because you want to get people who are interested in that type of stuff already looking at you, already following you. And you could do that through like hashtags and stuff like that.
Right.
What I do is I gather data on all the people that visit my Instagram profile, all the people that engage with my Facebook posts, and I put them into an audience.
Right.
And those are the people that I send my advertisements to.
Right.
And my ROI is higher because I'm not marketing to a cold traffic.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm marketing to people that's already interested in what I do, because my page is filled with content of things that I do. And so we're seeing, with the organization, we've seen incredible results with our advertising, because we're marketing to our base that we already have on our page instead of trying to get cold traffic. Now, if you want to get leads and cold traffic, this is what you do. You take that audience that you just made and that you've been marketing to and getting results from, and you create a lookalike audience.
Yeah.
You create that lookalike audience and you use the 1% option.
Yep.
And that's who you run those ads to. And that's going to give you a better ROI than running to a cold traffic.
I'm telling you, that's like, I literally did that. Like, so I appreciate that. And too, and I know we talking about Facebook, but even on Instagram, I literally did that. Like, some people probably look and say, why does he have AJ Simmons online Instagram and then also have the at Clean Biz Network Instagram page, right? And it's like, why you need two? Well, what I noticed was sometimes some people, like you said, that just follow me for the motivation. Then there's other people who follow me who literally are interested in just the cleaning industry and want to buy, a starter kit or whatever the case may be. And so what I realized, okay, I'm going to have this Clean Biz Network page just for cleaning, just promoting, and not even promoting, but posting value in relation to the cleaning industry. Mm-hmm. Anybody that comes over here, I'm going to retarget them because now I know they actually interested. So I don't actually run, like right now I don't even run cold ads, and I know I can kill it too, but we're going to get together on that.
Yeah.
But I just retarget.
Yep.
So everybody that come to that Clean Biz Network Instagram, if you click on my website, you have to see my ad everywhere you go now.
Everywhere you go.
Because I'm retargeting you everywhere just because I see that you must be interested. So.
Yep. And the thing I love about retargeting is, versus cold, if you run a cold campaign, and let's say you put $20 on it.
Yeah.
You're going to have to put like that 20, to see real results.
Yeah.
You're probably going to do like 15, 20 a day.
Right.
So you just can't do 24 a week or something like that.
Right.
You ain't going to really get no results. You're going to get no results.
Yeah.
You can take that same $20 and stretch it out for 7 days on a retargeting ad and see a lot of results.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, at the organization, we spend about $800 to $1,000 a month on Facebook ads.
Just
right?
on Facebook ads.
On Facebook ads. For a cold audience, we spend probably $600. Probably like $600 to $700.
Yeah.
Right? On my retargeting, I literally do like $5 a day on my retargeting. And we just clean house with it.
Yeah.
We clean house with it.
You know what's funny you said that? And I'm glad you said that because I was wondering if I just got lucky or not. I literally just did it as a test last month. Remember I told you I just had my best sales weekend. And I said, I'm going to test this out. I did $250 and just for 5 days worth of cold ads. Cold, and it was to a motivational video. It wasn't even to my actual thing that I wanted in the product. And so I did that. A percentage of those people clicked the link. Then I'm running $5 ads a day with my retargeting ad. Sales bigger than ever.
I'm happy you brought that up because that's the other go-to way now too. So if you do have to go cold, like you know what I'm saying, you don't have no content, but you need, you know what I'm saying, you need results, you know what I'm saying, or like whatever the case may be, run a video ad, you know what I'm saying, a video ad campaign with something that's giving value.
Yeah.
And that's what you did with something that's not selling nothing, that's just giving value, building that customer up with whatever. And then for whoever engages with 50% or more of that video, you retarget them with the offer. That's it.
And that's a good thing about Facebook. They actually let you target people who watch a certain length of the video.
It's amazing what you can do. And I've even, bro, like for artists, bro, I've been telling artists, and I know this has nothing to do with people here, but some people here who want to build personal brands can really use this too. Facebook ads, because Facebook owns Instagram, you got Instagram in that. That's basically your new email list.
Right.
You can basically, I'm telling you right now, I have not personally had a conversation with, but I have been in a group of people who were being taught by a guy named Jeremy who used to run ads for Grant Cardone. And he was basically saying that Grant would basically spend like tens of thousands of dollars a day on ads, like moving products. Yeah. But essentially what they were doing is they were using the ads as an email based like campaign.
Right.
So they would have one motivational video that they would send out everywhere, spend thousands of dollars on, just let it run and let it gather data.
Yeah.
And they would take like the people that watch like 95% of it, and they'll immediately like send them an offer.
Right.
And like 50% of those people will purchase.
Right.
And then they'll break down like the people who watched up to 75%. That they'll take them and send them another great video with great content and motivation.
Right.
And just, I don't know, like get them more warm or whatever the case may be.
Right.
And then after that, then they'll send them an offer. And then they'll literally go all the way down to people that watch 10%. and they'll just schedule different funnels and different advertisements that go to people that watch up to, you know what I'm saying, like a certain percentage or whatever. But yeah, bro, it's amazing, you know, the type of things you can do. And even with Google Ads, the reason I don't talk so much about Google Ads is because you really got to have bread to play that game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to really see results, you got to have bread.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I have one guy who spends about $4K a month on it.
Yeah.
And he makes back, you know, probably like $6K. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But, you know what I'm saying? You really got to have bread to play that game because it's highly competitive.
Right.
But with Facebook ads, if you know what you're doing, or you have somebody in your corner like myself or somebody else that you know that specializes in it, that can mentally, like, you know, like, I don't know, like, create little like strategies and hurdles to get you to your people, you'll win every time. Yeah. But the thing with Google Ads is it's just one way. You pay for the placement, and whoever has the highest bid on that placement, you know, they rank higher or they sit higher.
Right.
That's how I go.
So let me ask you this for my people now. Excuse me. So with the cleaning, because I love, that's huge, man. People don't realize how valuable that could go, how long that could take them just by simply posting, you know, cleaning. Just simple content, post it, boost it. Okay.
You told me earlier, we were talking, and I asked you how your day went, and you told me that a client was asking you for like references and you know, like a reference and all of things. How awesome would it be, right? If you were able to just pull out a phone, like, I know you were representing another business, you weren't representing yourself, but how awesome would it be if you were able to pull up an Instagram account or tell that person, reference, listen, let me show you our Instagram. Exactly. You can see everything we do. Yep. And you in the stories, hey, you know, it's 8 a.m. We out here, we heading to our next client, we in the team. People want to see that.
I fall for that.
Yeah.
I was just at a walkthrough the other day. It was a restaurant. When the guy gave me his business card, it had all of his social media handles at the bottom. And what did I do? I went and looked it up. And when I saw it, it was like, wow, I'm going to eat that. That's a good, you know, because you see the story behind it. So that's what I'm going to tell my people. Post, like he said, man, post yourself clean and post you and your team. Tell a little bit about your story, because people will buy into that. They will buy into you. You know, just like you said in the group the other day, like a lot of people bought in Clean Biz Network because they got to know, like, and trust me, you know. And the product is great, and they found that out once they got it. But really, it was me.
It was yourself. And it's just like, who you are.
Exactly. So it's like, we need to do that in our cleaning companies too. It's like, get them to know, like, and trust you. Like you said, maybe they might not have a lot of references they know to the industry, but if you got a Instagram page or a Facebook page with nothing but you sharing valuable content, and though you might not be sharing valuable content in the way that I might, like, far as speaking to entrepreneurs, your valuable content for your cleaning company might be, this is the proper way to mop a floor. We fold our rags into four, so we can flip it on each side and make one rag turn into 8 rags. You know what I mean?
That's facts.
All of these different techniques that you use when you're cleaning, post it.
Post that stuff.
Post it.
And if you don't have time to post it, contact me. You know what I'm saying? I can help you out with that. Fact. I'll create something that meets your budget. And if you don't have no money right now, I'm going to drop some gems. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see you win.
Yeah.
Hootsuites.com, right? You know, later.com. These are 2 websites. Later.com is good with Instagram. You can go on these sites, sign up. It's like $20-something a month. Yeah. And you can basically go on later.com and you can schedule all your posts. Yep. So you can literally like film videos on your phone, right? Upload it right into the Later app and schedule when you wanted to post. Yeah. For stories or on the news feed.
I didn't know about Later.
Yeah.
I was using Hootsuite a lot, and I had like posts just coming back to back, and then people would message me or hit me up. You just was up. Why you didn't message me back? I wasn't up there.
I wasn't up. It's automated, man. Yeah, it's automated. Yeah. So yeah, like, if you don't listen, there's no reason why. You know what I'm saying? That you shouldn't be posting. I'm telling you, this is the future. Yeah. This is the way to go. Yeah. People are looking for you. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I truly believe that when companies ask for references, you know what I'm saying, that's just a bluff. Right. You know what I'm saying? They want to see how you react. Nobody got time to pick up the phone and call somebody. Nobody will do that.
Even with jobs, they never do.
They never do that. Never do that. Unless you're working for the Postal Service or something. You know, the government entity, but the White House. But that's it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody doing that, but I highly recommend, listen, post that content. Right. Post that content. Yeah. That's the best thing that you can do. The best thing, anything you can do. And on the flip side of that, listen, I know that AJ is the guy right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say it.
I'm the guy.
AJ is the guy right now for commercial cleaning.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. We all have a freshman class up under us.
That's it.
We all have a freshman class. So there's somebody in your local city. There's somebody in your neighborhood that's looking up to what you're doing. And if you're posting content and you putting it out there, what's to stop you from creating a course? You know what I'm saying? For those people that already know, like, and trust you, that just want some knowledge on how to get started and be like you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a freshman class. You know what I'm saying? That's up under them. So I encourage you, post that content because you can start creating some streams for yourself that you never thought possible. Right. Now, you may not be able to do what AJ doing because it takes a lot of planning, preparation, and structure and discipline to do what these, you know what I'm saying, what this guy doing.
But you can. But
you can help some people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because time is money. So maybe you're not able to help everybody that come to you. But if you can create a course or something, and AJ, man, I put this on you on record. Yeah. Maybe you need to create another course that's teaching the clean business owners how to create a course.
Look, yeah, man. Like, I hate to be the dude that you know, the guy that create course, that's selling a course to somebody on how to create it. Like, I hate to be that dude. But that's a good point, though. You know what I mean? Like, actually... you know, because everybody needs streams of revenue, more streams of revenue, and that's kind of like, because I even sold informational products on the internet when I had my cleaning company active. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's a good point. I don't know how I feel about it. I let them decide if they want that from me or not. But yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you this though. Tell us where we can follow your journey at, man. How can they get more information from you?
Yeah, so right now, if you hop into the Clean Biz Network group, I'm in there. I'm currently setting up my YouTube channel. It's not functional yet. It's not up and running yet, but it will be Calvin Weaver Marketing. And so you can go in there and get some tips and things like that. But for right now, I'm in the group. So if you have been teeter-totting about joining, I think you should join. I'm also going to speak with AJ about me, you know, like possibly, you know, throwing some marketing advice in there every now and then for free for those who are in the group. So, yeah.
That's the guy, man. Yeah. Calvin Yak Weaver, AJ Simmons. I appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure you follow this guy, man. Go check his stuff out. Thank y'all.